Hi guys, so I had an idea and I decided to try it out, and this was the final result. So we are going to be making this kit together today. Made of 3 yards of floral material. You can get vintage fabric, it will also be good, but this fabric was gotten from Bill, and they normally call it Bill material here. Flower crepe, that's what they call it over here. So hi guys, my name is Fatima Yusuf. On this platform I share sewing tutorials. If it is something you like to learn, let's get to it. So like I said earlier, I have 3 yards of fabric here, right? We call this Bill fabric here. You can call it crepe, flower crepe. You can use vintage. You need your chalk, your elastic, your scissors, your thread, and you need your safety pin. Basically that's what you need. Then for measurement, you need your waist, sorry, not waist, your hip and your full length of your skirt. You are good to go. These are all the 3 yards, right? So I'm trying to find a way to minimize the yards, although I had a little bit left, but we'll talk about that one. So I folded it, right, using the width first, but later on I had to change that. But let's just go with the video, then you understand better. Please listen and listen. This is an idea I just thought about and I was trying to put it in place. So there might be a lot of mistakes and I'll try to explain. I'll try my best to do that, right? So thank you all for watching. So I first folded by using the length, right? Yeah, so I changed it again using the width. It's better. So now what I'll do is first measure my band, right? I want to have 1.5 inches band at the end. So I want to take in 2 inches, and then 2 inches plus 1.5 is 3.5, right? So firstly I'll go ahead and mark 3.5, right? And sorry if you can't see the markings, I'm very sorry. This is the only chalk I have available. So I'll just explain. After cutting, you understand everything better. So I marked 3.5 there, right? Then what I normally make is for my waist, right? Is 16. Sometimes I use 15. I'm going to place that tape there. And then for my hip, I will make it of 25. So I'll place the tape there. So this skirt is had 3 layers, 3 tiered. The first one is supposed to be from your waist down to your hip. So that was why I did that measurement. So I now measured everything completely again so I can know how many inches I need. That will be needed. And I got 12.5, right? So you can mark 13.5 for, you need allowance, because you still be stitching another fabric up and you still, you need allowance. So I now went ahead again and fold using the width this time around instead of the length. We are trying to manage yards, so I'll just give it 2 folds. So I'll have 4 layers, right? Then I'm going to go ahead and measure. Sorry, I give it 1 fold first. So I went ahead and measured that at 12.5, but I added my own allowance. So I measured 13.5, or was it 14? 13.5 to 14, because I didn't cut exactly that 13. I added to it because the fabric sometimes might be deceiving, you understand? There is this way the Bill fabrics works. I don't know how to put it. Maybe it's because of the silkiness or what. You can mark 12 now, you'll be seeing maybe 15 also. Sometimes you can mark 12 after you're done cutting out, you see that you have 11. So to be on the safer side, I didn't mark the 13.5 exactly. I added a few inches to it. So I've cut it out. I gave it a good iron press and I gave it 2 folds, right? So you have 4 layers, right? Which is good. So I'll now go ahead and do that marking again. Like I said earlier, I want my band to be 1.5. So the wideness we have here is 15. Yeah, I folded by the length and by the width, sorry. And the length fabric is 60. So definitely if you fold by the width, you folded it 30. Then I give it another fold. So that gave me 15 inches, right? Which is good. So after doing that, I'm going to measure for my band. So this is a cut together band skirt, right? Like I said earlier, I want my band to be 1.5. So I added 2 inches. That's 3.5, right? So that's what I'll mark first, mark it, and then just form a straight line. So that is going to be for our band. We are cutting the band together with the skirt, right? So I'll just draw a straight line for that. Please, if you can't see when I'm done cutting, you see the result, but listen to my explanation, it will also help. Thank you. So that 3.5 will be for my band. So yours can be 4, depending on how wide you want your band to be. I hope you guys are understanding. Good. So after marking my 3.5 for my band, I'm going to place my tape from that my 3.5. I'll use 16. That's like my waist, right? Now I'll take it down to where I want my hip line to be, which is going to be what? 25 inches. So I'm going to mark it. So I had extra. Later on, I'll still have to cut that extra out because I'll just be needing 1 inch for my allowance at the down part. So I did that. I marked it. I was just trying to cross check if I was correct. That's from that my 16 to 25. So you might not need to take your tape to 16.25. For the fact you've gotten your distance, you can just mark it. But I feel like using this method will be better. So afterwards, I'm going to divide my hip measurement divide by 4, and I'm going to impute it on that line where our band will stop, right? Your hip measurement divide by 4. Then you'll be needing allowance also. So I added 2 inches allowance, right? So you divide your hip by 4, then you mark it. After that, then you add your 2 inches allowance. Depend on how much, how many fabrics you have, how wide your fabric is. But 2 inches was okay for me. You can add 3 to 4 depending on the amount of fabric you have, you understand? So I added 2 inches, and that same measurement that I have on that line of where our band is going to stop, I'm going to take that same measurement to where our band is going to start from the upper part of my piece, right? I'm going to join those 2 points together using a straight line. You know, it's a band. So, and then on that our 25 inches, right, I'm going to just take it down straight with a slant line. You don't need to impute any measurement. I'll just take from that where our band is stopping, right, join it to the end using a slant line. You understand? So you are not imputing anything. That was what I did. And then I'm going to now cut, right? Please, like I said, you might not see the markings because of the color of chalk. You understand when you listen to what I'm saying, and then after cutting you get to understand what I did. It's very easy and simple. I just want to make it very understandable. That's why I'm making the video this slow, but it's very easy to cut. So I'll just cut out my marked areas, right? Like I said, the down part, I'm going to reduce the allowance I have left, so I needed just 1 inch. So basically this is what we have for our top layer or our top tier for the skirt. And please, this was an idea that I just thought about, and I decided to film it while I was doing it. So we are going to make the mistake together, understand it together. You understand your own. You can even improvise when you are doing yours, right? Like I said, don't follow, watch before you cut. Thank you. So after cutting, I'm going to open it up, and this is what we have, right? Very good. So now I choose either left or right. So I'm going to go down from where our band is starting from. I'll go down by 4 inches, right? I'm going to mark 4 inches. It is not constant. It depends on where you want that effect to start from. You see the effects I'm talking about when I cut it out. It depends on where you want it to start from. So I want it to start from that my 4 inches. I'll now go to the other end, and then I will join that 4 inches to meet the other end, forming using a curve. Sorry, my hand-free curve didn't cover well, but you just form a curve with a curvy effect. I hope you guys are understanding. So I did that, and this was what I had, right? This is what it looks like. You can do this either to the left or to the right. When you do it to the left, to the right, the piece is same thing for back and front. So it depends on where you want to wear it to. But I think I did mine at the right hand side. Yes, while wearing it, you can take where you cut to be your left. I hope you guys understand. So I went ahead and stitched the sides together, right, using half inches. You stitch the sides together. After doing that, fold in half inch and then just stitch at the, let's say, the waistline. So I did that. I stitched half inch, as you can see, right, just half inch. Then after doing that, you now measure. I'm trying to show you guys the stitch, just one fold, and then I stitched. I didn't double fold it. After that, I'll now measure my 1.5 that I want to be my band. You know, we had 3.5. I removed half, left with 3 inches. Divide by 2 is 1.5. Mark one. I'll put my tape on 1.5, then I'll fold. You understand? And I'm going to stitch. You can use iron to do the folding. You fold 1.5, you iron, fold, iron, so that you can have accurate results, and then you go and stitch. But I didn't do that. I just fold. I was cross-checking with my tape, and I had 1.5. After stitching, I give it a good iron press, and this is what I got. This is what I had. So you have just 1 stitch at the front face and then 2 stitches at the back face. And then I left some inch on stitch as I'm passing my elastic band through, right? Initially, I wanted to put rope, but I wasn't able to. I didn't create a vent for that. I tried that in another video, by God's grace. So after doing that, right, this is the fabric that I had left. So I measured it. I had 2 inches plus, sorry guys, not 2 inches, 2 yards plus, I think 15 or 14 inches thereabout. So that's what I had left, right? So I'll go ahead and I'll fold it using the width, not the length, right? I'll fold it using the width. You give it a good iron press. Then I'm going to go and place it on the floor because this table won't take that. Just give it 1 fold, and this is it. Now, go ahead and mark 22 first, right? I marked it. From that 22, I marked another 22. Then from 22, I'm going to mark 20. From that 20, I'll mark 20 inches. I'm going to cut them. Why did I do that? I just thought that, okay, one length needs to be longer than the other. I forgot that wideness is supposed to also be different, right? So I cut it out, and this is what we have: 20, 22 and 22, then 20 and 20. I'm going to stitch them together because you need it to be very long, you understand? So tell you the mistake I made so that you won't do that, right? The joining, I was supposed to like reduce the wideness, the length, or you can say wideness, but for mine is wideness of one from the one that is going to be the second tier or second layer of the skirt, but I didn't do that. In case you want to do and do it, use the wideness like 10 inches, 8, depending on your fabric, you understand? So I did that, stitch the two sides together for the 20 inches and the 22 inch. I hemmed one of the down or the upper part. You just fold in quarter inch and then you stitch. Depends on which one you want to be up or down. 3 inches and this is our 22 inches, right? So like I said, you can reduce the wideness, and this is just a trial stuff. I had an idea, just like, okay, let's figure it out, let's see if we can achieve it. So I went ahead that, okay, well, I'm going to make the 20 inches to be my second layer, right? The 22 will be the third and the last layer. So okay, let me try pleating first layers. I was able to forget that this had the same the same wideness. So what am I pleating? Oh, you guys don't mind, like I said, it was just an idea. So I went ahead and pleat, right? After pleating, since I had same length, definitely one is going to be longer than the other, right? So that's why I said the one you want to be your second layer, you should reduce the length, the wideness, sorry, not the length. I had to lose that. I lost it. What I did was that my 20 inches, I want my second layer, right? And pleat it on the skirt. That's the first layer that we did. And pleat it, and this is it after pleating. I didn't even finish using everything. So I pleated it. What you need to do, you measure the down part of that our first layer that we created, our skirt. Measure what you have the down part. For your second layer, right, get ×2 of it. Your third layer, so you will get ×3. If you can't get ×3, get at least ×2.5. Good to go. But you'll be pleating too much at the down part. Hope you guys understand me. That's what I will do when I'm making the skirts the next time. But after pleating the second, that was our 20 inches on our main skirt, right? I then pleat the 22 inches on the down part. But how did I pleat it? I pleated that second tier, the down part of that second layer, on the third part. So I had to hem the down part of that second layer. I hope you guys understand. Please try to understand. So I hemmed the upper part and also the down part of our second layer. So I pleated the upper part, pleated the down part of the second layer. You'll see it when you see the end of the product. You see what I did? So doing that, I had excess a little bit at the down part. I can use that for a scarf, but it won't tie more, right? Just cut it off. Like I said earlier, this is trial and error, but I decided to film it because it was just an idea I had. I didn't see it anyway. I just, why can't I do it like this? What if I do it like this? I decided to film it. Plain layers. Don't follow my own. I already told you what to do, right? Good. So one layer, pleated the upper part, pleated the down part. You can see that effects there. You are going to hem the upper part and the down part before you pleat it. What I did, and this is what I have. The down part won't be equal because one side of the skirt, the upper part went up, one is down because of the shape. So I cut out my elastic band, and then I used my hip measurement, my waist, your waist -5. That's what you do, and then pass it through the elastic casing. But before doing this, I would advise you trim the down part first. But I didn't do that. I passed my elastic through before trimming the down part. It's all good. I'm going to do after imputing my elastic, so you can do that before you put your elastic band through, you understand? I feel like you get better results than after putting your elastic band. So I put in my elastic band and I'll stitch that place that I left unstitched, right? You all know, just give it a very good tight stitch at the end though, so that when you are putting on your skirt, it's not going to go and cut off. Good. I've done that. Now I'll show you how to trim the down parts, because definitely one side will be longer than the other. And like I said, I feel like it's better to do it before you pass your elastic through, because your elastic is like drawing some parts up. I hope you guys are understanding. So what I'll do, you see that part that we marked 4 inches right by the side, that part, open it up, and I'll make sure that stitch is in between. Down part, the excess that I have left, that's what I will cut off. Forgot to explain something to you guys. I'm so sorry. How did I know the length of the tier that I'm going to cut out for the second and third layer? That place I marked 4 inches. After stitching my sides together, I measured what I had. You know, we added allowance, so I added 5. And my full skirt length is 45. So definitely I'll be needing 4 inches. So that was why I marked 22 and I marked 20. So that at the end of everything, I'll be having my 45 after stitching the 2 layer and the 3rd layer. How guys understand very much. Like I said, that when you're cutting your layer, the down part should be like times 2 or 2.5, right? You can just make it to be same wideness as the upper part, since you are just splitting the middle one, you're pleating the middle point. So yeah, the only layer that I pleated was the middle layer. I didn't pleat the down layer or the up one. So basically you are just do that. So thank you for watching. See you guys on that video. If this video has been helpful, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And like I said, this is trial and error, so I know I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm very sure you learn 1 or 2. Thank you.